Hey guys, y'all already know what time it is. It is your host, LB, and I am live each and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I interview some amazing entrepreneurs on what got them started and what keeps them motivated in the industry. Tonight, I have the one and only Mr. Darryle Taylor. We're going to talk about financial services, and I feel it's much needed. I was supposed to have had him on before, but we had to do a reschedule, and he is on tonight, and I am elated. I see him waiting in the waiting room. You guys already know what time it is. You guys interact. Make sure y'all ask a lot of quick questions for him because he is here. I see my moderator is in the room. Let me know how I sound. Am I clear? How's everything going? And we're going to get this thing started. Let me bring Mr. Taylor in the room. Let me add him to the stage. How are ya?
Hey, great, doing great. How you doing, SB?
Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Let me go ahead and edit your name. All right. Looks like your last name is not on here, and I want to make sure we got you going.
Okay, good deal.
Everybody
Yeah,
know who we
first name,
are and who
first
they
name.
talking to. So, okay, sounds good. You look good. You look clear. You're on here tonight. So every
There you
God
go.
is good all the time. And all the time, God is good.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yes, he
So we'll
is.
wait. We'll wait for a couple of people to join. Let me make sure everything is going good with the sound and everything. So let me see. Okay, she said it sound good. So you're nice and clear, and I can see you good. You can hear me good. So we'll
Absolutely.
wait for some people to come in the building. So you're streaming live from Facebook, and you're also streaming live from YouTube. Okay, and
Okay.
then so tonight, guys, we're gonna talk with can barely see my face with the hat. She says,
Yeah, let me.
no, no, she's talking to me. She's talking to me.
Oh yeah, I wanted to
I
turn
can
my.
barely see you with your hat on. Okay, y'all can see my eyes now. Everything going good. All right, she said my eyes. All right. So we fixed that because that's so if you don't know, I have a moderator down below that makes sure everything's nice and clear and everything is going good. So that's what she just told me.
That's
So
cool.
yeah. So let everybody know who you are and what you do.
Okay. As you can see, my name is Darryle Taylor. I do financial services. That a range of arrangement of services from insurances to investments, to lending, and I've been in the business for over 30 plus years. I have a friend say, yeah, I started when I was 10 years old.
Oh wow.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's crazy. You
I don't
already
want
knew
nobody to
like
say, no, he old. He old.
no.
That's what I
Well,
say. I
you don't
started
look
when I was
old.
10 years old.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. So
yeah, but
how did you start it?
how did I get started? I was first interviewed by a company in college, and it didn't go very well. I took what's called a profile test, and basically what they're gauging is your market.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as a young man, I didn't know too many people that would be, able to purchase, any financial products at that time. But I worked for a clothing store in my hometown, and I told him about my experience there, and he made a couple phone calls for me, and he got, pretty much got me in. And
No.
yeah, yep, he sure did. I've said I switched companies, and was introduced to a different company, by Robert McCorkle, by the way, Robert McCorkle.
Yeah, Miss
And
McCorkle, I love that
yeah,
man.
absolutely. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been with the same company, ever since. Been helping people with their, with their financial products, and been, pretty. It's a good deal because, my pastor, my former pastor, he would say business 101 is, always put people in a win-win situation.
That's good.
So by helping people save money on their financial products, and helping them to actually reach their financial goals down the road, as far as their retirement, that's definitely a win-win situation. So
That's
as
good
you
to
help
know.
people, you're gonna be blessed, as long as
That's
you
right.
you know as
That's right.
long as you helping people.
That's right.
And that's been um pretty much my standard, my model, as far as helping my clients. I just had experience today where I went to bat for one of my clients, and he really appreciated it,
Oh,
and said,
yeah.
thanks for looking out for me. You do, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look out for your clients. Your clients come first.
Yes, they
So
do.
yeah. So that's when that's how I got started in the business. And ever since I, sat down with people and been able to help them save money, it's always been a win-win situation for me.
Now, make sure you share it to your page. I felt like I was being rude because I didn't light the candle for you and tell you that I'm gonna light this candle, get the aroma going, take your shoes off because you are home and my shoes is off. So this is what we're gonna do now while you share it. So now, what you could do is it any way where I know you're on a platform? Are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, so it might not be no way to share it, but anyway, do you see like a share button there?
I don't. I see a chat.
Okay, no,
Uh,
let's
Let,
not. Let's not. Let's
let me
just
go.
leave it.
Let me go to
Let's,
this more
okay.
comments. Stream this to your audience settings and
Yeah, yeah. See if you can stream it to your audience. If not, then don't worry about it because we don't want to knock you off or anything like that.
okay.
Yeah,
Stream this to your audience, which would be who?
Facebook. It would be Facebook, and then it would let you know that you are live.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As far as my contacts, okay, I got
Yeah,
you. All right,
yeah.
good deal.
All right, you guys already know the routine because y'all are not new to this. Y'all are true to this. I am the host of LB. I go live each and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I interview some amazing entrepreneurs on what got them started, what keeps them motivated in the industry. And I need everybody to like, comment, and share. Sharing at the top of the list because sharing is caring. And this is how we get all the entrepreneurs' names out so everybody to know what they are, who they are, and what they do. So now I definitely wanted to bring you on because I know we could tap into a lot of financial services, but also like the life insurance side of the business that you do. And the reason why I wanted to tap into that is because I know that a lot of people are not living to be like my grandmother's age, not living to be like an old age of the 90s. People are leaving here at an all-time young age and at an all-time high. So can you tap into a little bit more of the importance of having life insurance and how it benefits not just the parents but the children as well?
Yeah, yeah. This is just my goodness. This is the Lord is so good because He always, if when you're walking with the Lord, you have certain experiences, and what He's doing, oftentimes He's preparing you for what's coming down the road. So we've already had this conversation, yesterday. We talked about mortality. I was at a friend's home. She's in business with me as well, and her sister was killed last week.
Oh no, my condolences to her. That's terrible.
Yeah, she was hit by they were hit by a drunk driver,
Mm.
and 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 prior to so that that really hit home. But um 2 months ago, a custodian, of course, Jackie is closer. I'm close to know Jackie because I've been working with Jackie for over maybe 20 years now. So totally moved by that. But then there was a coworker at the school where I am. She's a custodian there. Drunk driver hit her sister and had
Mm.
5 passengers in the car. Three of them
Oh my.
died.
Oh Lord.
So we oftentimes, I mean, we will. It's coming into grips with our mortality,
Mm-hmm.
and to deal with our mortality, psychologically. Of course, you don't want to think about dying every day. You don't want that psychologically. You can't handle that.
That's
Um,
right.
but there should be a space of time. It takes about an hour to do a life insurance to get your life insurance in place. That's about it. An hour, maybe $80 to $100 will get you, 100, 200. It depends on age. On it's 100, $200,000 coverage. So,
Mm-hmm.
so dealing with our mortality, we really we push that, we push that away. It amazes me how much we fill our churches and want to go to heaven. We say everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Nobody wants to die. Well, nobody maybe not want to die because I can understand that, but nobody's preparing themselves for death.
There you go.
So, yeah.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
as far as making preparation, I just got my will, and that's why I was meeting with my friend. She's a notary, and I just boom, go ahead. I had my will sitting on my desk for over a year,
Hmm.
and I'm like, wait a second, I need to have this notarized.
Yeah.
You
Right.
see, so I went and got it notarized, and then I made preparations to meet with an estate planner as
Mm-hmm.
well to try to
Mm-hmm.
get everything in line, because we don't. This is something that we always push aside. So being in this business, um, I come to the grips that I'm like, hey, I have to be the voice for the spouse. I have to be the voice for the kids. So oftentimes when you in sales and you talk to people about your product, there's a little apprehension there, as if you're bothering them, especially when you
That's
talk
right.
about life. You
Yeah.
follow, you're
Yeah.
bothering them,
Mm-hmm.
you're bothering them. But then I had to come to grips with myself and say, I need to bother them.
That's right.
I
That's
need
true.
to be that voice. I need to be that voice for them, and not really for them. It's for their spouses if they're married, or their children, or even just their loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of you kind of lose a little. It's somewhat indignant. I know many people do it, but I don't want, when I check out of here, I don't want my wife having to raise any money to take to bury me.
That's right. That's right. Now that's the truth. That's the truth.
You
And it's expensive, okay? Because my father just passed away. I don't know how much that was, but when my aunt passed away, me and my twin sister was like her children, and she didn't have any. So she left us money or whatever the case may be. But the only thing she asked is that we would give her a nice service. Now she passed away years ago. So before we did anything, we made sure that we had her a really nice dress, we had her casket and everything like that. My family is blessed to have their little plots because you know how they do. Everybody want to
absolutely,
be beside everybody, but
absolutely.
it's super expensive, and especially like getting hit by a car and not knowing that you're about to pass away, right? Or you just abruptly just something happened to you in a sickness, or you just get diagnosed with some type of terminal ill that takes your life quickly, because that's happening, and that nobody is really prepared for that. So what would you say to the people who are really not prepared to, and they don't have a job, right? Let's say they don't have a job.
Okay.
I think in people mindsets they think, because I don't have a job, I don't have no benefits, I don't have a life insurance policy. But people don't know that you could get a medical plan, and you could also get life insurance. Is that correct? Without having a job?
I mean, you still have to pay for it. If you pay the premium, you pay the
Mm-hmm.
premium. Now you're
Mm-hmm.
speaking about a job. Now the thing about the many people say I have life insurance, meaning that they have life insurance on their job.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, with that, if you, it all depends upon what the financial needs are of the family. Oftentimes that job will give you your salary plus maybe a 1.5. So that's saying if you make $50,000 a year, they may get 75,000. But anytime that you leave that job, you lose, that coverage does not go with you.
Mm.
Okay. I'm saying, but don't really turn it down because it's inexpensive, because it's group insurance.
Right.
Okay. I mean, you carry it, but you have to be aware and know that anytime when you disengage, or when you separate from that employer, you lose your benefits. Another thing about it too is, if you're disabled for over 6 months, do you know you lose your benefits on your job?
Oh wow. You mean like if you out like on a disabled, like short term or long term?
Over 6 months, you lose your benefits because you're no longer carried as an employee for them with them.
Oh, see, you educating me because mine is
Yeah.
through my job. But what I'm gonna do is I mean, not it. Okay, let's just do. Let's. This is elder at. He's one of the elders at the church, guys. So the amazing church that I go to, Calvary. Shout out to Lady J and Pastor Cam and the baby.
Absolutely.
The church is just phenomenally blessed. They're about helping everybody, like one body of believers. And so I'll talk to you offline, because even though I have it at the job, I feel like I just need to make sure I have some extra cushion, because like you said, you never know what can happen. You could lose your job or be sick and out of work. So that's a good point to bring up, because a lot of people might not have known that. Um,
Absolutely.
Sister
And
says, I have it all. I got insurance and life insurance. And when I left my job, I pay myself every month, she says. So,
that's one of the principles of financial independency that she just wrote. Okay.
yeah.
Number one, yeah, life insurance is the quickest way to build your estate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I check when I check out of here, my estate will go boom because of the life insurance that I have and other assets. So
Mm-hmm.
boom, square. All right. And okay. But that buys you time. So you basically only need life insurance if you don't have cash. If I had $10 million right now, or 5 million, I wouldn't carry any life insurance because I'd be what you call self-insured. So life
Okay.
insurance buys you time. So the young lady says she's paying herself first.
Mm-hmm.
So she got the life insurance and all that. Okay. The next 20 to 30 years from now, she's going to be she should have at least 1.2 mil. She can do the numbers. I'm quite sure she's probably already done the numbers. If you
Mm.
if you paying yourself first, of course, SB said, we're in church and all that. So I get make sure God gets his 10%. Then I'll do
Right,
my you,
right,
you
right,
then
right.
I'll do my 10%. So if you follow that principle for 15, 20, 25, 30 years, you'll be financially independent.
That's
So
good.
her mindset is correct because often we're wired in our country because we're a capitalistic country. It will, if no one's not buying anything, it's not going to work. So this is
Mm-hmm.
why you see all this advertisement. That's why Mark Zuckerman can give you Facebook, okay,
Mm-hmm.
free of charge, and become a billionaire because
Right.
he's getting paid off the advertisement. You see, so her mindset is correct to invest first.
Uh-huh.
You invest first, you put a little pad in your savings, like what you call an emergency account. That's 3 to 6 months of your expenses. That's your emergency account. And then
Yeah,
investing, and then you spend the rest.
that's right. That's right.
So her priorities are correct. But we've been so wired to be consumers.
Consumers. You right about that. Everybody's wired to be consumers. Yolanda says she has whole life insurance, and she says she has life insurance. She has life insurance for her adult kids too. And then sister said, me too. So I think that that's a good thing to have as well, because I mean, you is I mean, the saying is, I want to go before my kids, but unfortunately, some children are leaving before the parents, and
Yeah, that
that's a
was your
fact.
original. That was your original question. That is correct. Um, I would like to, as far as make a suggestion.
Okay.
Now you're if you when you have life insurance on your children, that's fabulous. That's good. But remember, life insurance is also to replace income.
You said
Okay.
life insurance. Okay, break that down a little bit more so I can understand what you're saying, and so can everybody else.
Okay. Wonderful. No, most definitely. What that means is that if take myself for instance, if I were to die, okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
my wife I still want my wife to stay in the house that we're in. I still will want the bills to be paid. I still want my son to go to college. Okay.
Oh.
So if I die before all of that is realized, my there's going to have to be some money that's going to replace my income because I'm dead. My paycheck is not coming to the house anymore.
So get a bigger plan that's going to offer more besides the burial. Is that what? Okay, I see what you're saying. So pick a bigger plan that will offer more besides the burial. The burial should be crumbs to what the plan amount should be. So this way they don't have to worry about anything.
That's
Right? Is
well
that what
stated.
you're
I'm gonna
saying?
steal that from you, crumbs. That is correct.
It's okay.
That's
You can
good.
use
That's good.
it.
That is correct. So if you have children in the home, I've been in houses to where they'll have like $100,000 on the kids and $50,000 on the adults. It shouldn't be that way, because the parents are not dependent upon the children's income.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It should be
So
vice
you can,
versa.
yeah, so you can
Mm,
free up the dollars that you're putting in the kids' pre life insurance policy, and free up that money and put more coverage on yourself.
got you. That's probably what I'm gonna do then. And now, if I'm a grandmother, I'm a Gigi, right? So I'm a Gigi, and I got 6 grandchildren. My grandmother used to have a policy on all her grandchildren, like me and my sister, my nephew that passed away. All of us had policies. So is that a good idea to for me to take the policies out on my grandchildren, like my grandmother had started that way back in the days when we were younger?
Sure, that's
We
always
don't
that's
have the policy now, they've been lapsed, but I'm just saying, would it be a good
oh
idea?
yeah, that would be a good idea. But what we do in our business, of course, is that in most businesses, I mean, life insurance policies, your children can actually ride on your policy,
And the grandchildren?
and the grandchildren. That is
Okay.
correct. They
Mm-hmm.
can ride on your policy.
Got
So
you.
so going back to having, the death benefit is just the crumbs, and you should have some more money in there, because especially if you have children that you're still providing for in the home. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but here is the dilemma.
Oh, what's the
To get
dilemma?
to get the 100 or $200,000 worth of life insurance coverage, that
Mm-hmm.
all depends on what type of policy you get. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
to get $200,000 worth of life insurance coverage, sometimes that may cost you $150, $200 a month.
Oh, so the premium would be kind of high because of how many you carrying or the amount that you have.
That is correct. Now there are other policies out there to
Mm-hmm.
where you can get 200, 300,000 based on your age. For I just put a plan in place for a young man that's
Mm-hmm.
uh, 33, and for $500,000 in coverage, it's
Mm.
like maybe 60, 60, 70 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 33 years of age.
That's good.
You
So
see,
he don't have no kids or anything. He just felt
yeah,
like he
yeah.
wanted.
That's why he got the policy, because he does have a son.
Oh, got
And
you.
he says, I am going to build generational wealth. So we got him squared away. We got him squared. So I talked with the son. I
Uh-huh.
introduced myself to the son.
Okay.
Okay, so he can know me.
Right.
As if something happens to dad,
Uh-huh.
okay, before me, all right,
Uh-huh.
I want the son to know that I'm the one to call, and I want to direct the son on how to use that $500,000, so that he can leave something, not 500,000 to his kids, but 2 million to his kids.
Oh, wow. Now, how would he do that? I'm curious.
Oh, just invest.
Just invest. Just invest.
Yeah,
Like
that
take it out. Now, do you have to be a certain age? So let's just say the father is 30 something and something tragically happens to him, but his son is not even 18. Do he have to be a certain age in order for him to be able to help pay for his dad's service
that
and
is a
everything like that?
so that's an excellent question. That's one of the things that we talked about, to where what would happen is that there have if he is underage, that money will be held until he's 18. All right.
Oh,
Yeah. The
okay. He
courts
has
the
to be 18.
Yeah. Then what could happen is a guardian. If he's given a guardian, he'll
Mm-hmm.
become guardian would be a guard. I think it's called guardian ad litem, I believe,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to where any expenses that guardian can
Mm-hmm.
can produce evidence
Mm-hmm.
that this is the money that was spent on the lad. Okay, then the courts will dispense monies out to the guardian. Okay,
That was gonna be my next question because sometimes your guardian ain't guardian you, they guardian your cash.
that
So So would he be able to still have his money, and the guardian would be able to only take out now? Do the father have to have that
Out,
in a will?
not take out. They would have
Oh,
to spend first,
they would have to
and
what?
they would have to spend money on him first. They had to produce receipts.
Oh, and then it's okay. So it's like um spending and then getting paid back for it.
That's correct. Reimbursed.
Reimburse back for it. See, you
That
educating me here. I'm happy you went. I didn't know all of this.
that's
Okay. Yes. So that's crazy. So if they spend it, then they just be like, okay, I bought this, that, and that for him, and until he's 18. Like if they bought him a car, if he graduated, then they could go ahead but who might not have all that? What if they don't have a lot of money? Let's answer that question. What if they don't have a lot of money, but they wanted to do something for his birthday, like buy him a car because they know his parent would have did that for him? Then what? Then he won't have a car until he's 18.
I don't know how that works.
Oh, okay.
You're
Yeah.
saying that they can get the basically you're asking if they can get the money up front before they spend it.
Right. So maybe they would have to talk to like a lawyer he had
That's a
over his.
that may be a possible. But he was reluctant. I asked him. I told him this is how it would go down. So who would you want to put a guardian in place to get the money? He said no. Only his son is on that policy.
Okay. Well, let's
So I
just pray
guess he doesn't
he
have anyone that he can entrust with that type of
trust.
money.
That's what I was gonna say. He must don't have nobody that he could trust with whatever he got. So when I used to live in Georgia, I tried selling life insurance just for a tad bit. And when I say a tad bit, I don't even think I wrote out weeks. I ain't gonna hold you. So, and the only
Right.
reason I didn't do it is because I'm not comfortable with going in other people's homes. And this one was a kind of like knock and
Yeah,
people atmosphere. But the one that I can't think of the name of it, but the question was if they have a sickness or illness, because I believe, and you can educate me on this, if some policies you have to get you have to be somewhat healthy, not a smoker, or is it changed to where it could be you can have a current illness and still get on it?
that's a good question. This this is on one of your test questions. If you were selling in your license, you may remember a term called discrimination.
You said discrimination. Oh, so they can't discriminate on
They can,
you.
they
They
can,
can. Oh, they can.
and not
Okay.
not
And
not based upon sex, race, and all of that. Not the type of discrimination
right, your
we're.
sicknesses, your
But they
health.
can say, "Look here, dude. You are declined because you have high blood pressure, you have
Mm,
diabetes, you on 3 or 4 medications, and you are also overweight." This is another reason why you should get your life insurance when you should.
mm-hmm,
Okay, is
mm-hmm.
because people come after they find out they have diabetes, then they want to get life insurance.
Oh, come on
And
now.
and if I can't do, dude, I can't. I mean, I'll push the app through and and send it, and we'll see what would happen. But I can't. The underwriters have to make that determination.
Mm,
So yeah, you can be declined life insurance, or what would happen is you'll be called rated. So if you have diabetes and or high blood pressure, and oh God, if you're a smoker, oh my goodness, rated.
yeah.
So so what would happen is that your life insurance premium will increase
Oh,
to
the
where
premium will increase.
the premium will increase. They made they if that is if they decide to insure you.
Because they think you're a health risk.
That's very there you go. So say for
Mm,
instance, let's take this one gentleman at 33 years of age and he's at 60, $70 a month. If you're 33 and have high blood pressure and diabetes, I mean that premium can be close to $200.
yeah, that's a lot. Now, is it just one? Is it like a every 2 week thing, or is it just 1 month? 1 month premium pay.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. As a matter of fact, someone is going to switch. One of my clients is going to switch from a monthly
Uh huh.
to an annual to pay just one lump sum annually.
Uh huh.
It's going to save him four. It's going to save him four It's
Save a
going to
lot of money, right? When you do it
I'm
up
looking
front.
at it. Yep, it's going to save him $400 a year by paying one lump sum. So if
Oh,
you,
gotcha.
yeah, four hundred
So
dollars.
it's kind of like car insurance.
Does it work that
So
way
you
as
could
well?
pay, you could pay upfront, like for your whole car insurance, or
Yeah,
you can pay like a monthly premium, and then it breaks the car insurance up, and then like it's a 6 month rotation. That's what I'm on. Like, I think it's 6 to 9 months, and then after that, you could you it rolls all over again and stuff like
right,
that. So
right.
kind of sounds like that. Now, do insurance roll all over again every year, or it just like make the payment and it lasts, or do you have to come back and do some type of other checkup every year, or not?
No, once you're in, you in. Especially with our company. Once you're in, you're in.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't have no checks. Once you got your policy, you got your policy.
got you. Now, she says, we had to do a health check when I worked at the hospital for this reason, and Quest comes to my job because Quest just left my job, checking, like give you all your stats and stuff like that. But it really wasn't for well, it was to lower your insurance, to
Oh,
give you that
right. That's
credit, like
correct.
that $1,000 credit
That's
at the job.
correct.
And she says the underwriters have so much control, which sucks. She said, is that true?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They do. You see, but they're actuaries. They're doing the numbers, and,
Mm-hmm.
they're looking at risk and all, and is rather a complex um, mathematical equations that they use in determining what the premiums are going to be. You know,
Oh.
so,
Okay.
but yeah, that's good. Typically, that's the same way with us. If you opt to get more work,
Uh-huh.
like I'll send my lab technician out to your home, and if
Yeah.
they're your vitals and your blood and do all of that, there's
Uh-huh.
a there's a potential if everything checks out good, is a
Mm-hmm.
potential getting a lower rate because now we've confirmed right there on the spot. That's like real time. You're getting your health your health conditions in real time,
Right.
opposed to perhaps us looking at all of our
Old
medical.
doctor charts and stuff like that.
Yeah, look on, like there's a database of your medical records. People
Mm-hmm.
look at it and make a determination there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but if you have somebody come out to your home and get you some real time your health conditions in real time, that can possibly lower your insurance, your premiums as well. So
Okay, she says,
that's why Quest come to your
and they
office and all that.
wait, let's see what she says. And they took all what meds you take, so you can't lie.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
called something. It's called some type of script, something script, medicine,
Mm,
something to
mm,
where, yeah, it's all in a database, and they
mm.
look at all your meds. Now here's kicker. Sometimes meds are used for different reasons. Okay.
Right.
I believe
Like, I
I
got fibromyalgia, so that wouldn't be held against me, right? Because I just take two medicines for that, would it? Because it's not anything that would be like, would that be something that you can't get life
you,
insurance for?
yeah, once again, the underwriters, like your girl said, the underwriters got to make those decisions.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a medical doctor.
Yeah.
You So I don't know what fiber. What'd you say?
It's just
Fiber.
a autoimmune, so your body will ache or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Same here. So it doesn't seem
Mhm.
as life threatening or anything of that nature.
No, it's not life
Um,
threatening. It's just painful, but not life threatening. No.
right, right.
Mhm.
I had to, going back to the medications. Going the medications.
Mhm.
Um, I think she had issues with fibroid cysts, and I think it's the same medication that a diabetic would take or somebody with high
Ah,
blood pressure.
okay.
It,
Yeah.
it- okay, so when they saw that she's taking this, it made it appear as if she had either diabetes or high blood pressure. She said, "No, that's not why I'm taking this. Yeah, they use it for that, but that's not why I am prescribed that medication."
Got you.
You
Got you.
see, so
Yeah.
we had to do an amendment, a reconsideration, and that doctor was able to verify. Boom, this is why she's taking this particular medication, and boom, it lowered her life insurance
Yeah.
premium.
She said that because she used to work at a doctor's office before, and she said we checked the pharmacy when she worked at the doctor's office. So I guess like they would have to run, like, I guess it's like what a medical history they run, just to, even with the pharmacy, to make sure that what you take, what you're on, right? I see. I didn't even know all of this about just getting on some life insurance. Now, I did have a question for you before it slips my mind. So, if I'm paying, let's say, $200 a month and everything like that, why would I be denied? Is it my money that's paying my family if I pass away that I'm accumulating, or is it something like a bank and then they giving them that, and how does it work? So is it not my, you understand my question? So is it not my money? I'm trying to figure out, why would my health really play a factor if I'm paying the premium each month? Is it not building up like a pot, a pool, or is it like a bank and then they paying your family?
See what? Right. Once again, there's some complex complications here. Now,
Okay.
if you say, for instance, if you are paying $200 a month, chances are you gonna have like $100,000, $150,000 of life insurance coverage. It all depends on what type of policy you buy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you whole life, you got term. Term, you can get more life insurance coverage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the insurance company is putting themselves at risk, because if you give me $200, if I'm the insurance company and you give me $200, and I'm telling you that if because you gave me $200, if you die tomorrow, I'm gonna give you 150, $200,000.
So it's kind of like a bank.
Yeah, yeah, you could look at it like that, but the
Mm-hmm.
banks are not a bank. You can only get the money that you put in. You see,
Well,
so
you
what?
could get, like, let's say not like a bank, like a loan. It go on your credit. So your health is your credit.
That's good. How
Yeah,
about
I'm
you?
good. I'm
How about
real
you?
good now. Come
How
on,
about you?
that's what
That
I
too.
got this.
That's great. So if your credit is bad, are you gonna get the loan?
Yeah, no, I'm not. So there you go. So it's like a loan. Yes, she
That's-
sister just said
you
this.
ain't
She
gonna,
just
yeah,
said
you
the
gonna
same
get the
thing. It's like a loan. Laugh out loud. So it is like a loan then,
yep,
because
yep.
yeah,
If your credit is bad, you will be denied. If your credit
denied.
is good, you can get, you get the loan, you get the life insurance if your health is good.
Ah, okay. So basically, it's like you pay one premium, and God forbid something happened to you, you're still they still have to um do their obligation to your family,
That
even
is
if you
correct.
made one payment.
That is
Okay, I
correct.
get it now. And then the family don't have to keep paying the plan.
That nope, they will get, and the money is tax free.
Ew, see, that's why I watch a lot of ID channel and stuff. This is why Snap be snapping. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it. You ain't paying no taxes. So this is why when the detectives first figure out like a spouse killed another spouse or something like
Oh
that,
boy, I'm gonna tell
that's the
Tony we
first
had this
thing.
conversation.
Huh? What you said?
I'm gonna tell Tony we had this conversation.
I'm not killing Tony because I'm not going to jail for a soul. Okay. I might go to jail for one of my grandchildren or something, but I'm too good for jail. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's
So,
right. For
so
nobody.
I'm not killing Tony. I'll leave him before I kill him. But anyway, let me tell you something. No, for real. Because the first thing the detectives do is when they investigate, they want to find out if that person had a life insurance policy. So that makes sense because if you pay taxes on that money, then you might think twice about hurting somebody for it,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Yeah, tax free.
That's exactly what they do. So
Yeah.
you had to be very careful. Some of these policies out there, they say you got to have the policy for like 2 years or something like that before it can pay out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
those oftentimes this is how it works. The the more is going back to my lab technician going into your home. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
lab technician sees you firsthand. They drew blood. They did all that firsthand. So the life insurance company, 300, 400 miles away from me, they feel better because it's not just my word. Of course, that I'm siding on the dotted line that I took the information correctly. All right. But then
Gotcha.
they're getting a third opinion that this person is a healthy person, right?
Right.
So when things go down like that, the company feels better insuring that individual. When you deal
Uh-huh.
with companies saying no medical checks and all this and all that, so forth and so on, you got to read the fine print on that.
Yeah, yeah, because you could be on a breathing machine, a ventilator. You got the thing up there. All I did was send you my ID. I'm barely breathing. So you sending out somebody to make sure you ain't on that thing and barely
That's
breathing.
Yeah. So when the companies say that they can do that, you had to be very careful and read the fine line. Some of those companies say it won't pay off in like 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So because if that means you were not terminally ill. If you live past 2 years, that means you were not terminally ill when you
Oh.
took the application out. You see,
Uh-huh.
that's why they say too. So if they're not going to do all those checks and all that stuff,
Then you got to be careful with that
you
type of
just be
company.
careful.
Yeah.
The life insurance policies. Oh, I got one through my credit union. I'm only paying $4 a month, and I got 15,000, 20,000. You got redefined line.
I get that a lot. I get those type of things. I get it from the credit union, and I get it from, I believe, the bank or something
The
else.
bank.
I
That
just
is correct.
recently got it, and guess where it goes? To the trash. 'Cause
Right.
it
Exactly.
really
Now,
does.
most
I just use the discernment and be like, no, you go into the trash. I don't feel like if I opened it up at the credit, if the reason I'm at the credit union is for banking purposes, the reason I went to the bank is for
oh, that's
banking
good.
purposes because I know that you're institutionalized to help me with whatever it is I need banking wise.
That's good.
I think that they're just adding extra things on for them to make money. See, I used to work at a bank, and once I worked at a bank, I caught how they made a lot of money for their
Yeah,
overdraft fees and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't know the bank is banking off of your overdraft fees. So
that's
they hope and wish that you will overdraft
that's
and don't
correct.
pay it within 7 days, and then they're hitting you with more overdraft because that's how they make their money. So that was a great point that you pointed out. Read the fine print, people. See, us people nowadays don't really like to read. We don't want to, we don't want to we just want to sign on a dotted line and not knowing that we just literally signing our lives away, literally.
Right.
So what would you think that you would tell somebody who maybe have some type of second thought about covering themselves or covering their children or covering their loved ones? What advice would you give them just, while we're on here tonight, just to give them a because you've been doing this for so many years. So
Right.
if I was a naysayer, what would you say to me?
Your life insurance policy is your last love letter to your family.
Okay, come on now. That's good. You talking about me with the sayings. Come on. Yeah, that's good. So that's your last love letter to your loved ones. That's it.
That's
The
the
final
last.
love letter.
That's
That's
your love. That's
good.
your last love letter to your family.
Wow, that's deep too. That's deep. Because that's the truth. Because I know that when when my grandmother passed away or whatever, we helped my mother's the only child. We had to help my grandma, get the money together for my grandmother and everything like that. So I want to make sure that me and my twin sister, we don't me and my mother's only kids. So I want to make sure that when we get up off of here, me and you'll sit with my mother to make sure that she got everything in order because, she's in her 80s. She ain't gonna live forever. So me and sister wouldn't be so burdened, because we want her to go away, have a nice home going. We don't want to have to scrape up like
Right.
coins out of nowhere.
Right.
So I want to make sure that we got me and sister will sit down with her and make sure that everything is taken care of her when it's her turn, because we definitely know firsthand how it is to lose some loved ones and then have
Yeah.
to make sure how we gonna
Yeah.
pay for it, like that. Because your loved one is your loved one, and you want to, regardless if the loved one is not, you never gonna see them again, but the last time you see them, you always want it to be a remembrance one, like a
Absolutely.
great home going. I
Yes.
really like that. That's your
It's
like your
last
last
love letter.
love letter. That's
I had a pa-
amazing.
I had a pastor told me that he met with a widow
Mm.
and she was mad.
Hmm?
She
Why?
said, "How? Why would he leave us in this predicament?"
Oh my Lord. See?
I won't say mad.
But
But
I
this
know what you're saying. I know how I
disgruntled,
would feel
this
like, yeah,
dismayed, dismayed,
dismayed. Yeah,
dismayed.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
that. I think that's more. But yeah, that
yeah.
why would he? Why would he leave us in this
Mm,
predicament?
mm. That's deep. That's deep. Kudos to my dad for not leaving my stepmom, even though my sisters on my father's side is older, but kudos to my father for least, he left my stepmom to where she didn't have to worry
Wow,
about, stuff
that's
like
all.
that. And he had a great home going, and
There you go.
that
That's
was
all.
the least of her worries of how she gonna make it. So
That's
kudos
good.
to people who think beyond your death, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like thinking beyond your death? Like those are caring, compassionate people to me.
Yes.
Like I
Yeah.
was listening to something today, and because I always study the Bible and just listen to different things, and it says, it was actually Pastor Keon, and he said you could judge people who care for people that they not even helping. You know a person by their heart when they care for others that they not benefiting from. But people, when people start treating people bad, it's because when they benefiting from the treating people good, is because I'm getting a benefit from you.
Yeah.
But when somebody treats somebody with so much love and respect and they not benefiting from them at all, they just
Right.
caring people, those are great people that you should be around. And I really believe that you should want to take care of your loved ones beyond your death. So I can understand what that lady felt when she was not angry but dismayed. Like,
This may word.
why? Like you just be like, oh,
Mm. Right. Then you.
especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you always been a stay-at-home mom, if you're a
Oh yeah.
stay-at-home wife, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it says, I often talk to my oldest on what I want and how my insurance information is written down. So let's tap on that. So, like, I got my mom's 10 and I got everybody's information. Like, I would know where to find all of that at, right? So when me
Mm.
and sister gets together, we'll share, we'll know how to get all this information. But should people know where their older parents have their stuff at?
Yes, indeed. You have
Mm,
to. Because I have so many stories when it comes down to this. I sit down with one of my clients. She had about 7 or 8 life insurance policies, and she forgot she even had some of them. And I said, "Does her husband's name is Gene?" I said, "Does Gene know you got these?" And she said, "No, she's Haitian. No, no, Bobo don't know. Bobo don't know." He called her
what?
Bobo. She Haitian. Yeah. She said he doesn't he doesn't know. I'm like,
Mm,
how are you? If something were to happen to you, honey, so someone needs to know. My wife, I got all of my lips. Hold on for a second. This
okay. You
this
guys like the share button because hit the share button because sharing is caring and sharing is free. Okay, but okay, so you got all your stuff like in a binder.
that is correct. Vital records.
Are you serious about that? I'm dead.
You follow me? So every so
Yes.
I'm doing a workshop at the church.
Okay.
It's a 7 month long workshop. And
Oh.
for one Saturday, the third Saturday of each month for 2 hours. And at the end of
Mm,
the workshop, the participants are going to have their everything in a binder like this.
that
Okay.
sounds good. Now, will we know when that's gonna be? Because I really
Oh
love
yeah, my
that.
first one is going to be February the 17th. You
Uh-uh. God. I'm a host. I don't know if Yolanda is still on here, but shout out to the Faith Manifestation and Faith Mocktail Brunch. I will be the host. So I'm the MC for
it
I Fly to Long Island. Remember, I was
yeah
telling you I won't be here, but I'll definitely catch the next one. I
the
promise you
next
that I'm free.
so at the end of it, it's going to be you're going to have your product. It's called Building Your Financial House, and it
Mm,
has all of it.
mm.
We're going to plan for your retirement. We're going to plan for your insurances. If you're not in a house, we're going to show you. And I got people coming in. I got professionals coming in.
Man,
You know,
I'm mad I'm missing
some of
this.
it, but
I
now they have
am.
some real estate agents come through, credit repair people that's going to come through. So all of there'd be people there, and at the end of the 7 months, you're going to have your financial house built. Have pastor to come in and pray over everyone's binders,
Mm.
have him pray for it, and then pray for the discipline to implement and apply everything that we outlined that we have in our binders.
Okay, so if I missed the first week,
We got,
I'll catch a little recap of
yes,
what's going on to get my
yeah,
binder going. Because
yeah,
I'm a come. I definitely love
we'll have
that.
you covered. We have you covered.
Yeah, yeah. And then to shout out to Pastor Kim. He might be young, right? He's young. He's only 30, 34, but he
Just
is
in
so gifted in the
just
Lord.
just
He's full of,
just the numbers, just that
yep,
number. That's
that's
it.
it. That's it. Full of profit. Just blessed with the Lord. God lives in the church and all over him. So anything that he speaks on, it shall come to pass. And I really believe that. And I
Absolutely.
do know that's a giving church. It's a caring church. It's a church about he wants us all to walk in faith and to win. That's why I love coming there. He don't want to see us saying that we don't have, we less than. You know what I
No,
mean? We would never speak those words. So,
right.
you
That's
know,
right. So
Calvary.
that's a nice
Yes,
plug. Absolutely.
yes.
So yes,
So,
so people do need to know where all of your vital records are, your will, your will, should I resuscitate or not? If
mm,
all that has to, because it will cut down on any family issues. When something happens to a loved one, emotions they run high.
that's right. That's
They run
right.
extremely high.
Hmm.
So if you have everything already outlined as far as what you want to have done, okay, it cuts out all the confusion, because the devil is the author of confusion.
Yes, he is. Like my father knew he wanted to be buried on a Saturday at 12 noon so everybody could attend. He knew he was going home to glory. So he had everything mapped out. And what might have seemed weird by listening to it at 12 noon so everybody could come, he had a phenomenal day. Mayors and the senators, everybody showed up. Everybody was there. They talked so well of him, but he planned his own service even in his death. So
Yep.
kudos to him for being just still a businessman, even on his even on his last days. He
Correct.
still made sure he had the last
He
say
took
so.
care,
Didn't he?
that's
He was
right. He
like,
took
nope,
care of
at
his business
12
all the way
noon,
through.
at all the way through. So it says, she says, and I'm a donor, and my children and
Yep.
husband knows that. See, I can't
Very
donor
good.
because I see this is my twin sister that said that. I
Oh,
can't be a
cool.
donor because I got fibromyalgia because I would love to be, but she can't because she doesn't have anything like that. So that's
Right.
pretty good. My grandmother had a do not wore
Hesitate.
that. Yeah, and then a lot of people. So I think it's amazing. And even if we can take it beyond the church, if maybe you can think of taking it beyond the church, and then me and sister can maybe plan something to where you'll have like the binders already ready. And maybe we could take it to Wilmington because we used to do like vision board parties and people would
Absolutely.
come. So even if and it don't have to be now, but maybe later on down the line, we'll have a place where you'll come, the binders and everything like that.
Of
And
course.
then I know Pastor Cam won't be there, but Apostle Latanya Harris, which is my sister, the truly anointed. I know she could come and pray over the binders and it
Absolutely.
shall come to pass. But maybe think about taking it, beyond the church after,
Of course.
everybody in the church get it. Because I think that that's like an amazing idea. And I have never heard of that before.
Right. Of course. I do plan to do it. I do plan to take it other places. That's what I'm going to do. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And then,
And it goes back to what you said.
mhm.
Whether I get paid for it or not, that's not my goal.
Well,
We have
we'll give you like a love, people we get because me and sister would just ask for little love offerings to give to the person who's hosting it. We always did that. And then Pastor Henry, you can maybe even have it at sister's church is called Macedonia Church. He's just so really, I think you maybe sister can maybe set up something where you can talk to Pastor Henry at Macedonia, and I think he would love that idea for his
Where
congregation.
is he? And where is he?
He's in Wilmington, North
In
Carolina.
Wilmington. Got you. Wilmington. Nice. I don't like Wilmington.
Yeah, Wilmington is where my sister lives at now. So I really think that you coming on. I pray everybody got like well educated. I know I learned a lot. And this is why I really wanted to have you on, because I know that a lot of people, not saying not talking about how they're raised, but a lot of people are not raised with like silver spoons. Some people are raised in a poverty
Yeah,
environment. Some people still have poverty mindsets even though they're adults.
yeah,
And this is why I do this. I try to educate other
that's good.
people to think beyond what you're used to. Come up out of your mind with the stinking thinking and plan your life ahead, because you can have anything that you put your mind and your heart to at the end of the day, and even financial wealth.
That is
Think,
correct.
what's that book? I have that book.
That it's about right. You said our thinking, we have to be rewired.
That's right.
We're like, once again, we are wired to be consumers. We have to rewire our minds, and the way to do that is to start having reading more, listening to perhaps podcasts on finances. You don't have to don't try to understand everything that they're talking about. Don't That's not the
Mhm.
point. The point is to be kind of like emerged in it.
Emerged in it. And
That's
you
correct.
know, that's the truth, because I listened to somebody called Pocket Watcher. And I listen to a lot of podcast sessions. This is what I do on YouTube, probably while I'm working. I got one ear in and one headset on calling. And the reason why I like Pocket Watcher is, even though he's kind of like calling out people, he's calling them out in a way because he's financial. He teaches like what you do, financial services and stuff, but he calls out certain things to be aware of. He might call out a scam, or he might call out something, and he's kind of challenging them so you can change. Like you said, your brain has to be rewired from being a consumer, and a lot of people have consumer mindsets. They don't have business mindsets. They don't have entrepreneur mindsets. They don't have I need to be financially stable, or and sometimes it's how you're raised, and sometimes it's just you.
Right.
It's just the people. It could be just how you are, you know. A lot of people are stagnant and they don't even know that they're stagnant. They
That
think
is
that they're
correct.
just making it, and your job is not promised for you for tomorrow. So you have to think beyond your job, think beyond that, because CEOs get fired every day.
Sure do.
You know, CEOs get fired every day. So we're kind of winding down. We go about an hour because I try not to hold everybody up and keep it at a decent time. So I'm going to go ahead and shout out now. Everybody that's listening, if you catch the replay or if you are on here now, I have a sponsor program that I'm doing. So if you guys want your business shout out and sponsored, then you can go ahead and email me or leave me a message, and then I'll go ahead and I'll shout your business out. But until then, this is sponsored by Millie's Seasoning. Okay, I've been shouting out my own business. Okay, you can shout out your business too. Millie's Seasoning is made with all natural ingredients. There is no salt in none of the products. I have
Mhm.
garlic and herb, seafood seasoning, all purpose. And then I also have a Cajun, and the chicken fry season is coming soon. So this night's episode is sponsored by Millie Seasoning. Flavor done the old fashioned way. Your taste buds will thank me later. You can go to millieseasoning.com and pick up a bottle today, or you can go right on over to Instagram. It's under Millie Seasoning. Follow Millie Seasoning on TikTok, and you can shop from the TikTok shop, or we are on Facebook under millieseasoning.com. And if you want your business shout out, please inbox me and I'll tell you how you can go ahead and get your business shouted out as well. And I thank you guys for that. So before we always leave the live, and every time I interview somebody, I always just say, can you just give a word of advice? It doesn't have to be about insurance. It doesn't have to be about finances. Just what would you tell people, in this day and time? What message would you give?
You know what? I'm just going to have to go back to our faith. What our the first 3 months of the year, we're focusing on the word of faith.
Okay.
That it whatever you're aspiring to do, it's going to require faith. Now, James does say faith without works is dead. So whatever you are aspiring to do in your mind, you have it in your mind. This is what I want to do. You have it in the vision, and you can't get it out of your mind, and you always thinking about it, and you feel as if God is calling you to that particular vision that you're having. All right, you're going to have to use faith to accomplish it. I mean, the example is seen from Abraham. He told Abraham to get ye out of the country to a country that I will show thee. So Abraham did not know he did not know where he was going. He was just
Mm-hmm.
he was just listening to the voice of God. So you may not know how to get there, but you have to take steps as every time you take a step on nothing, God is going to support you, and you step on what God have you to step on. He's going to sustain you. He's going to provide for you. So you may not be able to see the whole vision, but God has everything already mapped out for you. So you're just going to have to put forth the work, put forth the effort, and move by faith, and God will bring it to pass. Been there, done that, and still doing that.
I
Every
love it. I'm a faith advocate. Everybody knows me, knows I'm a big old faith advocate. I'm a walk over faith over fear any day. And I definitely would say that. And it just takes, if you just take one step, God would take the two because it's already written. It's already written. And if you in your mind knows that it's already written, then it shall come to pass because you believing that it's already written. Faith is nothing but a belief and a belief that nope, today's going to be a great day. I always say that, right? And it actually can be, but you have to think that it's
that's
going to be a
true.
great day. People be like, "Oh, I'm having a horrible day," and and then at work, "Oh, my day's going terrible," but it ain't how it begins; it's how it ends. But if you keep walking into that day like your day is terrible, guess what? The enemy loves to hear you complain. He loves it. So what he gonna do is give you more of what you're asking for, right?
That's correct. You're
So
going to
your words
attract. You're going to
you're
attract.
you're attracting it. So your words carry weight, and you
That
got to be
that's
very
correct.
mindful of what you say because everything that you say it shall come to pass, regardless if it's good or bad. The word said it shall come to pass. So
Absolutely,
I speak life and I speak like abundantly.
absolutely.
Right.
You walk by faith. I was in Flint, Michigan, and I felt that if I did not leave Flint, I was going to die.
Wow.
And I left Flint and I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. And
Hmm.
my mother said, "Did you find a job?" I said, "Nope." She said, "Do you got a place to live?" I said, "Nope." I
Hmm.
said, the guys I just met, I think he said he's gonna let me sleep in his apartment. So I hope he, follow suit. Well, how much money you got? I got $100. I left. It's
Hmm.
gone. I didn't know
Hmm.
anything about Charlotte. I didn't have any family members in Charlotte. I left. And God's been blessing me ever since.
Look at God. You didn't walk by blind faith. You just went out and stepped out on faith,
I stepped
right?
out on faith. I stepped out on faith. I
Yeah,
got
and look at
I got
you.
some faith stories. I got food off of faith.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
No, I
I got
got we. You know what? And if everybody thinks back, now I know we got to go, but just like Pastor Cam when he said, stop right now." Remember, he was well. You at I don't know if he was at, but he was like, just stop and close your eyes and think about everything
yep.
that God has brought you through. Right? If you think about everything that God has brought you through, then then you should just be walking on faith and know I'm gonna get through it again because look at it. I made it through. So, that had me crying because I've been through some stuff in my life. And I was like, you know what, God, I just thank you. All I could say was thank
Glory.
you because at the end of the day, I know He saved me. And if He could save me, He could save the next person because
Yes.
you could be a ratchet mess. That's the ones He want to save, the ratchet
That
messes.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That yeah. You see, you still talk about faith. That's why Abraham, I know Pastor gonna touch it. Pastor ain't gonna lead this one. That's why Abraham was going to kill Isaac. Because
Mm,
if you read Hebrews, he believed that God would raise. You got to go back to Hebrews to find out why. He said because he believed that Isaac was going that God would raise him from the dead. So no
Mm.
matter where you are, if you're in your sinful life, you may feel like you may be dead in sin. God's able to resurrect you.
That's right. He's able to resurrect you. Well, this has been the best. This not one. It's one of the best interviews I had, and along with the best interviews that I had. Every interview that I have is phenomenal to me. But sometimes certain ones that I have on here, I really, really, truly enjoy it because I
Bless
love when we're educating. You know what? This was an educational interview, and sometimes I have an interview, if that makes sense, and sometimes I have educational interviews. And I really appreciate you for coming on tonight and having an educational interview. And I knew it was going to be just that. See, the enemy tried to stop you the last time, but ha, 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 ha. We
you.
got you this
To
time.
God be the glory.
Right? We got to God be the glory. So I'll see you tomorrow at Bible study for sure, God willing. I thank everybody for joining tonight. I am the host at LB. I go live each and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I interview some amazing entrepreneurs on what got them started, what keeps them motivated in the industry. Next Tuesday, I have the one and only Anjali Moon. That's my real sister. And she's doing phenomenal things in Richmond, Virginia. We're going to talk about her Africana. We're going to talk about projects that she's building up the community with her and my other sister. So I'm elated to have her on there. And then I'll be rolling into February. February is a great month for me and my twin sister because it's our birthday. So we're gonna celebrate it from February to the 1st to the 28th. And I thank everybody for joining. Like I said, I thank my sister, which is my moderator, for always holding me down and making sure the room runs smoothly. And she does an excellent job for that. And make sure that you share all your links, Elder Taylor, after we come off. Share your links so everybody will know where to find you at so they can be educated on their financial services and their financial freedom from everything that all the services that you offer. And then you guys tap in with, make sure y'all follow him on Facebook and get in his inbox, because if he don't know nothing else, he knows how to take you from glory to glory. And I know that for a fact, okay? And you guys make sure that y'all go ahead and tap into him so you guys can have your life insurance, so you can have financial freedom. If you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area or the surrounding areas, make sure you put the dates that the church, and then you guys just come to our church, join the services. It's 3001 Kilbourne in Charlotte, North Carolina. Service starts from 10 a.m. and Bible study is at 7. I'm telling you, if you come one service, you'll always come back. But just like he said, Saturday start in February the 17th. He's going to give you for 7 months. You said 7 months, right?
Yes, one session per. The reason why it's over spread time because you need to implement what's taught on that Saturday between the
Mm-hmm.
next Saturday. And you
Okay,
need to,
gotcha.
yeah.
Right. So for 7 months, you guys will get your binders together, and your binders will definitely allow your family members, if anything was to happen to you, um, what's the next step? Because everything will be in that binder for you. And then it will give you a peace of mind, my people. It would give you a peace of mind of some freedom that you wouldn't have to worry about anything because you got it all in order. See, God loves decency and order, right? And we got to get our lives in decency and order. And when we get rid of the clutter and we got everything where it needs to be, watch God move in your life. I don't know why I heard that, but He wants you to get everything in order. It's time to get stuff in order
Oh,
because
glory.
He's looking at the ones who's not getting it in order. He's looking at the ones. See, I was listening to the word today, and I was listening to Romans, and he was talking about a reprobate.
Oh,
The reprobate mind, and we're gonna have to
yeah,
come on here and have a session about the reprobate mind. See, because once you've been turned over to a reprobate, you could pray till your lips fall off.
that's right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You're just praying. So we'll leave that one alone because I'm over my
Ooh,
time. I love each and every one of y'all like the love of Christ, and y'all already know my saying: faith will move the mountain, and fear will keep it there. She said I'm so late, but hey, my love, make sure that you get with make sure you follow Darryle and get in his inbox so he can so you can talk to him and then I'll talk to him offline about you know, her daughter passed away. Her daughter passed away on a cruise. So you know, I'll make sure that you get in
Right.
her inbox just for like prayer and you know a lot of things that you might can assist
Yeah.
her with. Okay. And yes, make sure y'all catch the recap. I'm out of here until next Tuesday. This has been Let's Talk About It, and we are out. Sometimes it takes a lag to close out the end, so we'll just wait for it to rock on out. Okay, I'm just gonna play
Wonderful
some music,
job.
and thank you so
Wonderful.
much. And I see you tomorrow. I love y'all guys, and make sure y'all get with Darryle Taylor now, so you guys can get everything that y'all need to set your life, get your lives in order. I know I am. I'm about to tap into everything he got going on. Some things I didn't even know that I'm gonna be tapping into, me and Tony. That's my husband. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye.
All right. Shalom, shalom.